Right, so I've gone and got myself one of the viral TikTok handheld consoles, and this one is the X6. Now when I say viral, it's not really viral as such. They're just AliExpress things, and it's just TikTok, the platform TikTok, the app, brings it to everyone's attention and makes out that it's a, you know, it's a new thing, when really it's not. So it cost me 20 quid, and I was kind of umming and ahhing about getting one. Do I need one? No, I don't. Shall I get one? Might as well. So yeah, it's just a game console, X6 model from Shenzhen Hot Top Technology Corporation Limited. Address 1113 building, Futong Hanzi Technology, Shenzhen. Is this how to say? Shenzhen or Shenzhen, China. Product model is the X1100. Product date or production date is the 20th of the 7th, 2024. Country of origin, made in China. So basically, yeah, it is a handheld console with a screen resolution of 640 by 480. Now they've kindly stuck stickers on the front there, so I can't really get to show you the full thing, but we'll get to that in a minute. So on the front, gamepad, 3D joystick, supports major, whatever that means, TF card which is included, and TV output as well. Around the side, just various colours you can get as well, and you can also get a gamepad for it. So on the back, now this is what I really want to show you. So the display is a 3.5 inch high definition IPS screen, resolution as I've just mentioned 640 by 480. CPU and RAM, so we've got ATJ2273S 32-bit RISC 380M, DDR1 and DDR2. So if you just pause that there, I don't fully understand what that means. System RTOS, TF card, supports TF card expansion with a maximum support of 64 gigabytes. Rocker is a dual 3D stereo rocker. Charge 2A, which is 2 amp I assume, charging. Simulator, so basically means what emulators are on there. SFC, GBC Game Boy, GBA Game Boy Advance, GB Game Boy, FC, NES, Mega Drive, MAME, SMC, CPS and SMD. Unique 2-button design on the back. Support for large screen, which is I think the AV out, and support handheld connection for 2 people, which is also the controller that you can connect to as well. But if you just want to pause that and have a little look, that is the specs of the machine. So there's a few of these floating around TikTok. This one is the main one that kept popping up, and the other one was the R36, but that was like £60. Although it doesn't do the same things as this. Now at the moment I haven't seen anyone hack this and put anything else on it. I think it's probably got its own sort of like operating system and you just can't change it. I don't know, I'm not that sort of too far advanced in there yet. So anyway, on with the show. We have the X6 console. Now I don't know why, but I went for black. Just put that there a minute, and there we go. Screen protector still on. On the back there we have the 2 thumbsticks. So around the side, on the left hand side, if you can just see that, if that will focus, we've got the on off switch and I think a restart rocker there. And then on this side we have a volume control, and then there we have the SD card with the operating system on and all the said software. So this is just a standard micro SD HC, 32 gigabytes. If that camera will just let me focus, pop that back in there. What else we got here? So on the top we have USB-C charging just there, and then we have the AV output next to it, and then next to that one is for the game controller for 2-player. So it says on the back there, gamepad, TV, DC, volume, reset and power. If you can just make that out just there. So initial sort of feeling on it is, it doesn't feel that cheap, to be honest with you. I mean, £20, I was expecting something that was like a little bit lighter and sort of a little bit more shabby than what this is, but it feels not well built, but it's decent anyway. So on the front we have a directional pad, 2 thumbsticks, A, B and what is it, A, B, X and Y, and then you've got your speaker just there, and then on the front there we have select, menu and start. So what we're going to do, I'm going to switch camera views now, and we're just going to take a look at just some of the various games. I mainly bought it for the Mega Drive on it, the Mega Drive games. I do quite like Mega Drive and Mega Drive games, Genesis games. The other stuff like Nintendo, it's got Famicom stuff on, which I have zero memories of, so I don't even know what I'm throwing myself into there. But Mega Drive stuff, I did have a Mega Drive back in the day, and I know you can emulate Mega Drive nowadays. I just fancied, you know, just something I can just take with me somewhere to work or something like that, or just whatever, and just have a little mess around. You can add games to this as well. I've added the Outrun, which doesn't run too well, to be honest with you, and obviously because this is emulation, things don't run as they should we say. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this on and I'll show you what's inside it. Right, so just before we do crack on, I'll just show you what else was included in the box. So as mentioned before, we have a USB-C charging cable. It takes around about 30 minutes for the full charge. And then here we have the AV cable as well, which is for a TV. Now at the minute, the only TV I can get this working on is a CRT. I've just bought myself a brand new telly and it doesn't support or have any connections for the AV. So hopefully this will show up on the camera. I've got the studio light right above me there, which is proving a bit of a pain. So we'll turn it on. And a little light comes on there. Give it a bit of vol. So if I just knock that light down a little bit, hopefully things might seem a little bit better. Yeah, sort of. So we've got game, music, pictures, videos, which is quite interesting. I'll show you that in a minute. Let me just get that on an angle there like that. Settings, tool, browser and the ebook as well. So I'll just show you these first off, because this is just, I think it's just quite weird. So we've got like 3 videos installed here, and say Ice Age is one of them. Now don't get me wrong, it looks quite nice. I just don't get why it's on there, to be honest with you. Right, so we've got again videos and list, and then we've got this one here called video, which just, don't get me wrong, it looks quite nice, to be fair. Like, now it's not the quickest of booting up, but I wasn't expecting much, to be fair. So it kind of takes a little bit of a weird turn. So if you go to like pictures, right, and press on pictures, list, and then you've got various pictures here, and you've got like a dog, just like a random dog. And then, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's quite nice, but you know, it's not really, I don't know. Let's get out of that anyway. Let's get into the games. Tell you what we'll do, we'll click on Sonic the Hedgehog. I think there's only Sonic 2 on this. I have looked and I can't find it, so I'm assuming we've only got Sonic 2 anyway. So that sounds quite nice. A little bit tinny, but you know what you expect for the little tiny speaker in there. Now listen how slow that runs. It's not good, is it? Let's see how it plays. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Come out of that. As we know, that music's quite upbeat and jazzy, so it's lacking in its normal state, should we say. What else we got here before we crack on to something else? Now I'm not going to show you everything on here, I'm just going to show you a few little things. So let's have Mortal Kombat, Super Famicom, restart. So it's Mortal Kombat 2, is it? Yeah, licensed by Nintendo, 1993. Let's just skip straight into the action, I think. Just going to use thumbstick. I tell you what, I am shit. Barack Obama wins. See you later. See, that run's not bad in my opinion. That's tinny, that. Diddy's Conquest. Okay, let's go straight into it. Screen wise as well, if you tilt it, you do get quite a lot of, like, you know, you can't see it basically. Right, let's get straight into it. Okay, so jump, roll, yeah, that runs quite well actually, to be fair. Straight into it, come on. This actually runs quite well, to be fair. I'll tell you what, let's put it through its paces and go for, oh, let's see, King of Fighters 1998, is it? That is laggy, freaking hell. Oh, oh yeah, we're actually moving now, so it's not too bad now. It's not bad. CPS, FC, GB, SMC and SMD. So we'll go for an old favourite, which is Double Dragon. God knows what it is. Is it the Game Boy? Yeah, it's a normal Game Boy version. I thought it was Game Boy Color, that one. Good though, to be fair, it looks good. Have we got a jump button here? Whoops. Terminator 2. No. Tetris Enhanced. Here we go, let's have that. I'll tell you what though, it emulates the Game Boy really well. Have we got classic Tetris though? Okay. Yeah, we've got something anyway. Let's just get into it. Runs really well. Sound wise it's quite good as well. I just don't understand what's going on. Right, let's come out of that. Exit that. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let's have a look at that. Restart. I didn't think it'd be the same as the PS1 version. So we've got Crash Bandicoot. Click on that. Restart. And we've got Tasmania. So not every game is as what it seems. So what we'll do is, I'll just come out of that because I've just seen something really interesting there. So we've got Contra, which does need to be played. Restart. So we've got Midnight Resistance, which is not a bad alternative in my opinion. And that runs really well. See, the positioning of these as well is a little bit weird. Like them, they should be there, I think. Right, one more before we wrap this up. So there. Now this is it the Japanese version, as you can just see there at the bottom. I think, I don't know. So we're going to open anyway. Restart. Yeah, so outrun, push start button. And as you can hear, just put that to the mic. Yeah, it's not the best of beats per minute, should we say. So press start button and start. Straight into the action. Okay, so accelerate. And it's, as you can hear, it's a little bit, yeah, it's not the greatest. The best version of Outrun I've ever played has got to be on the Master System. So many memories of that, and my first ever experience with Outrun as well, before I actually went to the arcade to play it. But it does get a bit scatty around the corners, and when there's a couple of sprites on the screen, there's something happening here as well, which is a shame, because, you know, I would have loved to play this in normally, should we say. Yeah, it doesn't feel like an Outrun experience, that. So just quickly before we wrap things up, as I've just mentioned, we'll come out of that, go into the home screen, and let's see, can we just get rid of this? Right, okay, so yeah, music as well. Let me see, is there anything here which is not copyrighted? So we've got that, which is copyrighted. Alan Walker, Fade. Pictures we've seen, videos we've seen, settings. So we've got power saving, and when you do actually put it on the telly, you've got to select telly out. You can't, it doesn't just do it automatically. You've got to select that and then plug it in. Advanced, so just keytones, format the card inside, effects setting, information, firmware, card capacity, free space, username unknown. Come out of that one. Come out of that. So we're not going to mess around with that. Tool, I don't quite know what that is. Recorder, stopwatch, calculator and calendar. All things that I'm not going to use. Ebook as well. I don't know if we've got anything in here. We've got something, but we're not going to read that because it's probably in Chinese. Browser as well. Now I thought this was an internet browser, but I don't think it is. I think basically you can just browse your folders there. So that's all the games that are on this. GBA, select there and just have a little look. GBC, opening the file, and then you can load the game from there actually. So let me just, oh no, go away. It's just to say, it's not the quickest of menus, like. And I think that is it, to be honest with you. I'm not going to show you any more games because there's probably no point. I don't know, maybe, what's this, Famicom Double Dragon 2, bit of Vol, The Revenge. Okay, straight into it, no messing around. I'm not asked about the story. Yeah, look at that. That is how I remember Double Dragon. See, this runs quite well. The older systems seem to work quite well. The Game Boy one works quite well. The Game Boy Advance and Colour work quite well. It's when you get onto the big boys like the arcade ones and that, like, it seems to struggle. But as I say, it's for the price it is, you know, you can't grumble really, like. So we just pause that there a minute like that, and I've just got something I want to show you there. So because I like this game so much, I got this made quite a while ago. Double Dragon 2 in the old bead-art form as well. So yeah, that's going to get hung on the wall. That's been in a loft for a while actually. Right, so that was the viral X6 console from TikTok. You can get this on AliExpress. Now it's £20 on TikTok. You can probably pick it up, I haven't checked, for probably about £10 on AliExpress if you want to wait a week or 2 weeks for it to come. But yeah, it's not the best, don't get me wrong, but for 20 quid, it's I'd recommend it if you've got any small kiddies and you want to keep them quiet on any train journeys or bus journeys or whatever, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on the more expensive handheld consoles, or maybe you just can't afford one. For £20, you can't go wrong. And there's, let me see, there's a couple of thousand games on there. I can't remember how many to be exact, but there is quite a lot. And as I say, you can add your own as well. I've just added Sonic 1, and it runs quite well, to be fair. Sonic 2 doesn't run well, but Sonic 1 does. So yeah, that was a look at the X6 game console from No Name from TikTok. And on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Chewy.